Thanks for joining me today for another yoga class. We have a quick 15-minute seated flow for the shoulders, neck, and upper back. We'll get started in a comfortable seated pose. You don't need any props for this practice. However, I do recommend, if your hips are a little bit tighter, using a block or pillow, as I'm using in this case. And we'll get started with some easy pose prayer hands. On the breath in, lifting the arms up, palms meeting at the top. As you exhale, hands to heart center. Sukhasana, Namaste hands. Just really feeling the energy, letting the breath fall in, not controlling it too much quite yet. Just slow, rhythmic, steady breaths, steady movements. And next, we'll get started with some seated neck rolls. Taking your head in one direction, chin down to the chest, breathing in, opening up that neck and upper back. As you exhale, bringing the chin down towards the chest, rolling backwards, all in one direction. We will do the other next. We'll go ahead and switch sides, roll the other way through the neck. Slow movements, just feeling some range of motion opening up in the neck. Just allowing that space between the shoulder blades to open, relax into the pose. And we'll follow that with some seated torso circles, Kundalini circles. Moving in one direction, trying to keep the sits bones on the ground. But if you happen to lean to one side and it comes up, that is perfectly fine as well. Just opening up a little bit more of the body. Sometimes those tight hips won't allow us to get into the shoulders. So just a little love shown right there. And next are for our seated shoulder rolls. We'll take those shoulders back, up, and forward. Breathing in as you take the shoulders back and up, breathing out as they come forward and down. And repeating this with the flow of your breath. And we'll switch directions, making those shoulders come up to the front and back down, depressing those shoulders away from the ears. Breathing in, shoulders coming forward and up. Breathing out, shoulders back and down. Again, moving with the flow of your breath, the most important part for our yoga practice. And then we'll move into the opposite seated torso circle, Kundalini circles, moving the opposite direction as our first time. Really feeling that expansion of the torso, the opening of the hips. And next, moving into easy pose variation side bend. We're going to drop that right forearm and hand to the ground, left arm lifting up and over the head. Trying to keep the chest pointing forward, a little more upwards as well, but try not to look down at the ground. On your breath in, opening the chest up to the sky. On the breath out, reaching your left arm closer to the ground. And we'll move to the other side. Take that left arm, crawl those fingers out to the side, forearm resting down. Big breath in, and on your breath out, reaching that right arm over your head. Not pushing too far, allowing the body to move where it needs to move. No pain, no gain. It's not going to work here. And we'll move into our easy pose neck side stretch, Sukhasana neck side stretch. We'll start by taking the left hand on top of the head, right hand on the ground, making sure the palm energetic through and into the ground. And we'll take that left arm and reach that left ear towards the left shoulder, opening up the right side of the neck. Absolutely love this stretch. And switching sides, left arm down, palm to the mat, crawl the fingers out just a little bit, taking that right hand to the top of the head, getting that right ear moving in the direction of the right shoulder. Now this one can be a very intense stretch, so don't push it too far. And next we'll open up into our sitting deltoid stretch, Sukhasana deltoid stretch. Keep the chest and ribcage broad and lifting gently upwards. Shoulders neutral. Keeping some energy going through that left arm as you hold it with the right. And moving to the other side, grabbing hold of your right elbow in the left crook of your arm, stretching the right deltoid. And moving next into our easy pose, bound hands. Clasp hands behind your back, drop the shoulders, open the chest, feel the expansion through the chest. Hips with a slight internal rotation, sit bones grounded equally, chest and ribcage engaged and broad, lifting up. Making sure the neck is long and the shoulders are rolled back away from the ears. And folding forward into a bowing yoga mudra. Reaching forehead towards the ground. It's quite alright if it doesn't stretch all the way, just to make sure the sitting bones are on the floor. And moving into our easy pose, eagle arms, we'll have the right arm under the left, binding once, maybe twice. And for this pose, once the bind is there, making sure to drop the shoulders, then lift the elbows, and then move the hands away from your face. Should feel an amazing stretch in the middle of your back. Stretching the rhomboids, the lats, the traps. And we'll switch sides. We'll have the left arm under the right. And again, the same way to get in. Drop the shoulders, raise the elbows, and move the hands away from your face. And a little counter stretch for us into a reverse tabletop pose, Ardha Purvottanasana. Making sure those hips are up, knees over the ankles, upper thighs twisting in towards each other, staying energetic. Head up or backwards to relax down. I prefer to keep my head up, but whatever is most comfortable for you. And moving into a half cow face, right leg straight, left leg bent, trying to get that left knee over the right knee. Breathing in, extending up, flat back, breathing out, extending forward, letting your body and back round. And from here, moving into the full cow face Gomukhasana. I'm just changing the angle for the camera for you to be able to see me. But both knees stacked over, both legs folded. We'll take that right arm, bend it up and back, twist that right elbow up towards the sky, and if possible, reach back with the left arm to clasp. Open up those shoulders. This can be a pretty intense stretch, so feel free to leave that left leg straight. Otherwise, we'll move on to the other side. The right leg folding over the left, stacking right knee over left. Inhale, broadening forward, opening the chest. Exhaling, folding forward. And again, moving into our cow face pose, bring the foot back so you have both knees stacked over each other. And this time we'll take the left arm, bring it back above the head, twisting that elbow towards the front, and take that right arm back for a clasp. And for a little more dynamic movement, we're moving to a cross-legged position with your hands above your head, clasping opposite elbows. And we'll be doing some overhead rolls with this. So we'll fold forward and down to the right, up to the right. And then we will reverse it, breathing out, bringing your head down. And as you come back up, breathing in and alternating these circles this way, following the rhythm of your breath. And next for our camel pose, going on your knees, hands to the lower back, breathing in, exhaling, strong through the glutes, strong through the core. And you can stay there with your hands on your lower back or drop down to the full camel expression with your hands on your ankles. Another nice little counter stretch for us. Otherwise, we'll move down to our stomach for a little chest opener, scorpion twist. Right arm on the mat, right fingertips down, left arm out to the side as you fold your right leg up and back. That leg might come to the ground, it might not. Just a quick little counter stretch. And for the other side, the right arm out, stretching that chest. Left leg reaching back, right leg straight. For scorpion twist, Supta Parivrtta Vrshikasana. And after that, meeting in our corpse pose, Savasana. Relaxing, letting that energy flow through you, recognizing the benefits of your practice. It truly is the most important pose of the practice. Even for a quick one like this, little pick-me-up, it is important to let the body realign itself with the work that you're putting in, the effort that you're making to improve yourself. Even these short classes can have a profound impact when done consistently. We'll take the next 90 or so seconds, and I will wake you up when it's time to finish. So start to wiggle the fingers and the toes, reaching the hands up for a nice long stretch. Waking up the body, pushing onto one side, lifting yourself up, showing yourself some gratitude for joining this practice today. I greatly appreciate you taking your time out, carving that time on the mat with me. If you enjoyed this video today, remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and join us again for another class. Namaste.